RPOs are taking over all of offense. But which RPOs should you run? That's what we're going to talk about in today's video. Hey Coach McKie here, and welcome to my channel. This is the first time visiting my channel. Let me tell you what it's all about, football. So if you like that, stick around, you're going to love it. RPOs. I'm a huge fan of RPOs. I think they work for everybody. They put defenders in conflict all the time.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
And it's the truth. Do not listen to what defensive Twitter has to say about there's no such thing as conflict defenders. There are, and it's your job to put that defender in conflict. How do you do that? Well, I'm going to go over 3 different RPOs you need to put in your offense to put a defender in conflict, and you're going to freaking love it. So let's get into it. So the first RPO is the C-gap RPO. Why do I call it that? Well, a lot of spread teams, you don't have enough people to block, so you got to leave someone unaccounted for. A lot of coaches make a mistake by saying, hey, you're going to read a defender. Instead of that, tell them to read a gap. Gaps are very important, especially on the front line, because they can do scrape exchanges and everything like that, but they can't change a gap. Defenders change, gaps don't. So this is a C-gap RPO, and all of these are going to be inside zone because it's easy for me to illustrate what you want to do. So you got inside zone. Everybody is blocking their normal inside zone like this, and you are going to be reading the C-gap, this man right here. What he's going to do, if he flies up the field, you hand the ball off. If he comes down the line, the quarterback will disengage, and here is where it's important, the RPO. He is running a bubble. You are then going to read this man right here. If he flies to the wide receiver, the quarterback will take the ball and run it. If he comes at the quarterback, then you're just going to throw the ball to this wide receiver right here, and it's going to be a simple play to do. The next RPO is a B-gap RPO. Why do I call it that? Well, a lot of teams now, and if you haven't seen it already, it's going to come to your program, to your conference, to your games, are running those 4-4-eye defenses where they're taking away the B-gap, and it's a pain in the ass to try to run with that happening. So what do? Instead, you're going to arc release the B-gap, or the 4-eye, and you're going to just read that defender. Really simple. Let's get to the diagram, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Usually the 4-4-eyes are ran by an odd front team like the one I've drawn up. Defensive Twitter, if you come at me, I'm sorry, man. This is just an illustration. I know you're going to have the chalk and you're going to be able to figure out all this stuff. I don't care. What you want to do is you want to block the inside zone normally like you would. You can combo and then come up, whatever it is, backside, and then you arc release this man right here to get the overhang, and you are now putting the read on the B gap. I promise you, 2 things are going to happen. One, this cat right here is going to freak out because usually people are trying to block him or he just shoots through. He won't know what to do when you are reading it. And then 2, if he does crash, your quarterback is going to have such a wide open lane to run the ball that the defensive coordinator is going to switch it back up and go normal defense, and you don't have to deal with those bougie 4 eyes that are taking over all of football. They're a pain in the ass, but you now have a tool in your tool belt because you're just going to arc release and read the B-gap RPO. The third RPO is a second level RPO where you are now going to take the read from the D lineman and you're going to put it on a linebacker, and you're going to have a wide receiver take that linebacker's space. Right here, all you're going to do is you're going to run your normal inside zone. You can do it anyway. You can double team to here, whatever you want to do. But notice how we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people already blocked. This is the man we cannot block. Therefore, that is the man we are going to read. We're going to have our closest wide receiver run a snag drill. If you haven't seen this in action, a card should pop up somewhere along here. It'll take you to a playlist where I talk about different RPOs and show videos and everything like that. And then the quarterback is just reading them. If he fills, then I'm going to pull and I'm going to drill. If he drops back, then I'm going to hand the ball off, and I am just going to let my guy do what he has to do. It is a very simple drill that when you add this onto the B gap and the C gap, you're just messing around. You're playing games. This is where the game planning comes in and all of that stuff. It is unbelievable, and it is super effective. If you want to learn more, click one of these 2 videos down below, and I will see you later.